Well, hello, beautiful. Oh, hey guys, thanks for clicking on the video. Basically, the basis of today's video is to discuss this bow. Now, I've made 2 videos on this bow before already. Now today I'm gonna mix those videos together and I'm just gonna talk about everything on here. Everything I like about it, I hate about it, what you can expect from this bow, and what you shouldn't expect from this bow. This bow is a Mission Craze. Now, if you don't know, Mission is an archery company, Mission Archery. They were built by Matthews. I got proof right here. It says it right here on the sticker tag thing, Mission by Matthews. They're my favorite brand, but I don't really have the money. I can't really just go out and drop $2,000 on a brand new Halon, or they don't even make Halon. Do they still make Halons anymore? I don't know. Shows what I know. Whatever, the VXR, I think that's what it's called. But I did have $300, and so like 6 years ago I bought this bow when I was little. Bought this bow, and at the time I just wanted a bow that I could shoot with my dad, you know. So I bought this bow, and my dad had some old archery equipment, an old sight and an old rest that we put on here, and you know, I just sighted it in for 20 yards, and I would shoot with him every once in a while, and I'd have fun. Well, then once I got older and I really started getting into hunting, I started rigging this thing up for hunting. You look on here, you don't really expect this to be a youth bow, really. You look at it, this is a $150 sight. I've spent probably $300 with arrows, $100 rest here, a whole bunch of stuff going on. Now I got a whole paper here of specs and stuff that I want to start reading off to you. So if you're looking into a Mission Craze or a good youth bow, the Mission Craze or Mission Archery is a great way to go. Now this particular bow, the specs are a 28 ATA axle to axle. That's from the axle here to the axle here. It's a 28 ATA. It's got a 7.5 inch brace height. That's from the riser here to where the string is, 7.5 inches, 19 to 28 inch draw length, and 15 to 70 pound draw weight. The IBO for this bow is actually 306, which is impressive for a youth bow of this caliber. After a few years, they discontinued the Mission Craze and came out with the Mission Craze 2. The difference is where it had a 7.25 inch instead of a 7.5 inch brace height. It had a new riser and the fit cam system. It was just a little bit different cam system. It was kind of a little more rounded off around this area. That was the only difference. Then after a few years, they discontinued that one again, and they came out recently with the Mission Hammer. There are some different specs. 6.25 inch brace height, so they dropped down another inch, but the draw weight and the draw length still the same. Those are the specs of this bow, the Mission Craze 2 and the Hammer, all running around $300 stripped. You can get the Hunter combo packs and like the Pro Hunter combo pack. They're running at $450. That's $150 worth of accessories, you know, a sight, a rest, stabilizer, such and such. But for me, I bought it stripped, put some old stuff on, and then when I started making more money, I started buying some top of the line gear. So what I have on here is a Trophy Ridge React 5 sight. This is a 5-pin sight with the React technology. They no longer make the Trophy Ridge React 5, but they make the Trophy Ridge H5, which is the newer version of the React sight. I have a ripcord code red rest on here, $100 rest, crisp. That's what I like about it. I have a Limb Saver S coil on here, 20 bucks. This is, I love this thing because it's cheap, but it actually works. It has made my bow a lot quieter. It's already a youth bow, so this thing is kind of dead silent compared to other bows. Those are the main accessories on here. 150 bucks, 100 bucks, 20 bucks. So 200 plus bucks just for those accessories. I have a Fuse 6-arrow quiver. I don't know what model this is. I bought this a while ago for 60 bucks, but Fuse still makes a quiver very similar to this. It's called the Maxis 6, and that one's 40 bucks. So that's actually a really good deal for a really quality quiver. Then for my release, I used to shoot a TrueFire Patriot. I still have it. I still shoot it every once in a while. It's my backup release. My main release is the True Ball Max 4 Pro. This was an $89 release, 90 bucks. Had it for 4 years. And I've shot a handful of deer with it, and I love this. A handheld release for me, it gives me a much easier draw. I enjoy it a lot better, and it was worth the price to pay. So if you guys are interested in any of this gear that I just mentioned, there will be links in the top of the description. Go check them out. Every single piece of gear that I use on here will be in that description, so you can go check them out if you guys want to set up your bow similar to mine. And the last thing I want to mention is I shoot gold tip Hunter arrows right here. These gold tip Hunter arrows, these are exactly how they came at stock. Haven't changed a single thing on them. I've always shot gold tip. For Christmas one year, I got gold tip Hunter Expedition arrows. Those have been my favorite arrow. Unfortunately, I lost them or broke them or Robin Hooded them. And then they didn't make them anymore, so I settled on Hunter, and that's what I've shot for like 5 years now. The gold tip Hunter arrows. I shoot a 400 spine. I love those arrows. They're like $5 or $6.50 an arrow. I'm not 100% sure on that. They're not super cheap. They're not super expensive. They're right in the middle. I love those. I've shot a couple deer with them. They work good for me. Forever. Now my exact specs for this bow are almost maxed out. I have the draw weight on this thing maxed out at 70 pounds. My draw length is 28 inches. That's 28 inches, 28 inch draw. That's what I am. I'm like 5'9", pull a 28 inch draw. That's 70 pounds. It's a 3.6 pound bow stripped. Probably another pound or two of stuff on here. In the near future, I would like to upgrade my bow to something a little newer. It doesn't even have to be a flagship bow or even the newest bow, but I would like to upgrade my bow to something that's a little more friendly towards some bigger equipment. This sight right here is not necessarily meant for a youth bow, but because I have the bow maxed out, I can use it. All of this stuff all of my pins are sighted in everything from 20 to 60, but in the future I would like to go with a single pin sight, keep the drop away and everything, but something that's going to allow me to shoot farther distances and still be able to make a lethal shot on an animal. I shoot expandable broadheads. I just started using them a few years ago. I really enjoy them. I've only killed one animal with them because I've only shot at one animal with them, and I made a bad shot on it, but it did incredible damage. I used a Rage SS, the smallest Rage they make, and it did incredible damage even on a terrible shot. The deer ran 75 yards and piled over. So I also mentioned what you can expect and you should not expect from this bow. So this bow, since it is a youth bow, you can't really expect it to consistently shoot 1-inch groups at 60, 70 yards. You can't expect it just to go out and at 70 yards out in Montana shoot a mule deer. Now, I'm not saying it can't be done, but it still is a youth bow. Now, there is one thing that you can expect it to do. You can expect it to perform well in a whitetail or turkey hunting or even groundhog hunting. I mean, this is a perfect bow for hunting in tree stands, in blinds where you're in confined spaces, during turkey hunting when movement is critical, and even groundhog hunting, because who doesn't want to shoot a groundhog? I mean, they're fun to shoot. And in my opinion, it's the best youth bow. I've shot a handful of youth bows, even Bear and other brands, and this one is still my favorite. I love this bow because it's very versatile for the price, the size. I still manage to shoot expandable broadheads and put the big old sight on there, and I can still shoot good groups. I can still kill deer. It still gets the job done. So that's what you should expect. It'll get the job done. So if you want to go check it out, go check it out. If you guys liked what you saw here, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's completely free. It does not cost you a single penny. And if you would, it would help me a lot if you guys go ahead and give this video a like. If you want to see more of this kind of stuff, please leave a comment down below, and I'd be happy to make any video that you guys want me to do, if I can, you know. I mean, I can't do everything in the world, but if you guys want to see something new or you have a question for me, please leave a comment down below. That would mean a lot. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for sticking around. We'll see you in the next video.